Hello, good evening to all. Today we are going to work on a different material which is very special for the kids, those who struggle reading and writing, especially the alphabets. So this can be applied in pre-primary, especially LKG or UKG kids. They have struggled to read and write the alphabets, and of course to read the pronunciation, which is very important to develop the language development. So today I'm going to introduce you a material which is all about Montessori language, the sandpaper letters, which is really important even for a special child who is struggling to read and write. This is really suggestible activity where this can even handled by a child who is having blind issue, because we are going to teach through sensorial approach. This is all about sensory learning process, learning through senses. A child who can't see, the child going to learn through sense, because as we all have five senses: vision, auditory, olfactory, and of course gustatory, and the final one is tactile, the touching sense, which is the effective sense among the all. Sometimes we forget things that we hear, we forget the things that we see, we forget the taste that we have tasted, even the smells, but the things that we have touched. For example, if you get an experience, kind of a hot experience, like when you burn your hand, when you injure yourself, because that goes with the sense of tactile touching. In that sense, this will be really useful for them. So let us get into the activity. So hope you can see there are two colors here, all about pink and blue. So here all the vowels are made in blue color background, and all the consonant letters are made in pink color background to differentiate the sounds, because we need the vowels to make sounds, to make words. For example, if it is cat, it's all about at. If it is bed, b, a, t. If it is cut, k, a, t. If it is bin, b, I, n. Likewise, the vowels give a life to a word. If you want to work beautifully, obviously you need vowel where you can get a proper pronunciation, where you get a sound. So let us go ahead. So why this is really important? Because the board is completely soft and the letter is completely rough. So this is all about rough and smooth. Even a blind child can feel the roughness among this soft, smooth board, where you even if you close your eyes, you can feel the letter. The touching sense, the tactile sense might send the message to the brain, and the brain take it and it understands, okay, this is the letter A, I mean the sound A. So this is the very important teaching method, especially when we introduce something new, obviously, because you are applying tactile sense, which is really important. So let me explain this method, which has been introduced by Dr. Montessori, who was like an inspiration for many early childhood educators just like me. I just love her. Okay, so let us get into the activity. So I'm gonna help you to read the sounds, and meantime, hope you can see I have another plate which is all about sand or rough material. When we introduce reading and tracing, simultaneously we introduce writing. We don't want to give them pencil or like color pens to practice them writing. Apart from that, we can give writing even through senses. For example, when you practice them, the first sound A. So make sure the child should hold the board with the non-dominant hand, and the child should trace the letter with the dominant hand. What is non-dominant? What is dominant? Dominant is the hand that was right hand, even me, so my dominant hand is right. In the meantime, there are people, they use their left hand, right hand to do things. For them, the dominant hand is left hand. So the non-dominant hand should hold the board, and we use the dominant hand to special index and middle finger to trace the letter. And this is A. This is A. In the meantime, we can practice with child the way of writing letter A. So there are two methods that we are sending to the brain. For example, if you listen certain things, you might forget it. When you listen the same thing again, you remember because you listen that twice. So here, I'm sending the same message to the brain twice, especially using the sense of touching, tactile sense. In that sense, it will stay in the long-term memory. And just shake it. It will rotate, like come to the normal position again. So you can keep on practice. So same. So they can feel as it is rough. They can like feel it. Meantime, they can enjoy. If you want, you can give them colored sand. For the moment, I took semolina. So it is all about kind of sand, rough material, because it is safe for the child. Because if it is sand, obviously good, but sometimes they might leak, they might eat kids. Na? So here it is like edible. It is like something that we can eat. In that sense, you can give them blindly to your child, where the child can feel free to work, because teaching should be effective. Meantime, that should be safe and secure. So this kind of material I suggest more than sand, which is really good for the child. Okay, so let us move on to the next letters. And the next one, same. I'm going to keep my non-dominant on the board, and I'm going to use my dominant index and middle finger to teach the sound B. It raise at once, B. Then of course you can do the same here. You can ask the child to do that B. Meantime, for us, it's something simple. For them, they are doing a wonderful thing. You can appreciate them. Wow, you did it. You did bird. That means you have copied bird here. So we should appreciate them. We should reward them, which make many people most talented. So never fail to reward your kids. Let me move on. Shake your tray. Do the next letter. Take it. K. This is K. So today I'm going to just give you only the basic method. I'll introduce all the other sounds on another day. So I'm going to introduce the 3-period lesson which we do in Montessori Method of Education. What is 3-period lesson? When we teach something, we apply 3-period lesson to make the child remember the stuff appropriately. And also we do not teach them more than 3 letters. You can teach only one, which is appropriately enough, but still maximum we can go with 3. So when we introduce something for the first time, then we do 3-period lesson. So let me explain what is 3-period lesson. I just take only 3. Do not show all the 3 at once. Take only one and introduce the child. I'm going to introduce you a sound today, and that is A. That is A. If you want apple, aeroplane, you can give them words like ant. Likewise, you can help them with some other words to pick up the sound. Then you give it to your child. Let the child also do the same. The child should do the same. A. Then you appreciate, wow, you did it really well. Simultaneously, you can give that writing as well. Then move on to the next. Then do this is B. This is B. For example, that ball, box. So the sound B. So this is B. Likewise, introduce the first 3 letters. This is K. K. For example, cat, cow, car. So likewise, make them get the sound properly. So I have introduced the letters using the term this is, this is, this is. This is A, this is B, this is K. That is first period. Period number 2 is all about confirming whether the child can read all. So we do what? We place all the three here and we make them. Okay, we have learned three letters today. So can you please show me a? The child should show. Wow, good. Okay. Can you please show me B? Good. Can you please show me K? The child should show. If you even want, you can shuffle them because they are tricky. They might remember them in order. So you can shuffle them and ask. Now you can ask, can you please show me B? Can you please show me K? Likewise, you can shuffle them and you can ask in ascending order, descending order, like mix them. It's up to you. That is period 2. You are confirming whether the child has recognized the letter. Moving on to third one. It is all about questioning. For example, you just take one. Okay, we have introduced the letter, pointed them the letters. Now you know everything. Now let me see if you can read them. Okay, can you tell me what is this letter? So you should ask the child, can you tell me what is this letter? The child should say, this is A. Likewise, replace it, take the other one, then go ahead. You should place it on the table. You are sitting with your child and make the child, okay, I have introduced this letter already, so can you please tell me what is this letter? The child should say B. Well done. Can you trace and do? You can ask, can you trace and do? The child has to trace and say, this is B. Then you should say, wow, you did it. So appreciating is something most magical thing where anyone can achieve anything, though they can't. Okay, fine, moving on to the next again. Okay, I have come to the next letter. Can you please trace this letter and tell me what is this letter? The child should say K. Okay, so we can't expect them to tell at once that I'm a teacher, I'm just doing them. I take time, that's okay. If they are slow, you can introduce one by one, no problem. You should take time till they understand the sound, which is really important because reading and writing should be done simultaneously. When you practice reading, you should give writing. So that's why I have introduced and tray today. Along with that, you can use dotted line practice. You can give these letters on a paper with dark pen such as black or brown, dark blue, dotted. Do not go for fancy colors where they might get distracted. So go for black or dark brown. Likewise, dotted line, they have to write over that. Even you can use some different material where they can touch and learn, feel and learn. So today I have introduced you all the sandpaper letters. Let us do the pronunciation on another day. I'll introduce you how to trace certain letters we should trace at once. Certain letters we should trace, like we should break it. For example, k, we break it. Likewise, the letters that we should break, letters we should write at once, the writing direction and the proper pronunciation, how to pronounce the alphabet, and how can we teach these alphabet effectively. So those things we'll learn on another day. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe the channel and do like and share. Thank you. Meet you all on another day. Till that, take care everyone.